Here we will write a Python program to print multiplication of all numbers from tuple. So first in comment line we will write. For this we will define function print multiplication with parameter tuple. Then we will convert this tuple to list. So temp list equal to list, and we will pass num as a parameter, which will convert this tuple to temp list. Then we will define one integer variable which is initialized with 1, and we will use for loop. So for x in temp list, that is with for loop we will read the list and we will multiply this x to multiplication. That is multiplication equal to multiplication into x, and outside the for loop we will return multiplication. And outside the function we will accept elements for the tuple. So we will define empty tuple as t equal to, then we will accept total number of elements for the tuple. So n equal to int input, enter total element to accept. We can use here for loop or while loop. Here I will use while loop. For this I will declare one integer variable I which is initialized with 0, and I will use while I less than n. I will accept the element from the user. So e equal to int input, enter element, and I will append it to tuple. So t equal to t plus e and comma, which will append the element e to the tuple and will increase I. So I equal to I plus 1, and then we will call the function print multiplication and we will pass t as a parameter. But since here we are returning the multiplication value, we will call this function with print statement. So print multiplication of tuple elements, and we will call the function print multiplication and we will execute it. I will enter total element as 5 and I will enter the elements. It will print multiplication of tuple elements as 120. That is 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 is 120. So here first we have defined a function print multiplication with parameter num as a tuple name. Then we have converted this tuple to list, and we have defined one variable multiplication which is initialized with 1, and to read the list we will use for loop. So for x in temp list we will multiply this x with multiplication variable, and after this we will return the multiplication. Then we have declared an empty tuple and accepted total number of elements that we are going to store in tuple. For this I will use while loop. So while I less than n, we will accept the element and we will store this element to tuple, and then we call the function print multiplication and we will pass tuple t as a parameter.